Hello, my name is Saltbot. I am Kismet's co-host for this evening. Welcome to Kismet's stream and thank you for dropping by once again. Tonight it's time to get back to PC gaming with the Kismet Overburdened with Love PC. Thanks to all of you, we can take this stream to another level. Let me open up the vault door and let's go inside. Kismet is waiting for us.
All right, everybody. That's right. I'm back. I'm ready to go. Why is it in my face? Oh, because the Fallout 4 is in my face. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. There we go. See, shine's gone away. Thank you very much for hanging out in the stream. If you're new to my stream, my name is Kismet. We're going to be playing some Fallout 4. Think I've played it before? Maybe. Just considering I'm here in my overseer's office. I play a lot of Fallout 4. Sometimes people call me Overseer Kismet because I do play a nice game called Fallout Shelter. We were playing that earlier today. We were also playing some Elder Scrolls Online just a bit ago. And of course, we're going to be playing some Fallout 4 tonight. We're going to be talking about the money train. That's right. Once you start getting that money going, keep that money train coming in, and how to take that money and make it even more and more, and just build yourself a ton of these things. A ton of these caps, that's what you're going to have. You're going to have a whole bunch of them. Look at them all in there. That's right. Those are some kids caps. You guys are earning those right now just by hanging out in the stream. But you can earn a whole lot of caps in-game, and I'm going to show you guys how I'm doing it so far. We're recording all of the playthrough, by the way. You can see this all the way back from the very beginning. All you have to do is go watch my Fallout 4 playlist over there. You can see this entire playthrough all the way from the very first day all the way up to where we are now. Now, there's a tweet out there. If you guys like to earn some extra Kiss Caps here on the stream, you can go over the Twitter there and hit that retweet button. That will earn everybody in the stream some Kiss Caps. I just saw that we dealt out about 100 extra Kiss Caps to everybody for that Twitter love. Thank you, everybody. As well as if you go over to Twitter, you hit that follow button, and you go over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. You earn Kiss Caps every time. Now, you earn it every single week for those contests and for those giveaways. Now, right before we are right kind of in the middle of the stream, at the start of the stream today, we found out that we have passed 100,000 views here on the channel. Quite a milestone. That's a lot considering we had very minimal amount of views back in the day. We were trying to get that 10 viewers and then that 100 viewers and then that 1,000 viewers. And now we're at 5,800 viewers with 100,000 views, which is awesome. Thanks to all you guys who come in the channel, who hang out all the time. I appreciate everybody who does. So we're ready to go right to it. I want to say thanks to some peeps hanging out in the stream, though. We got Arc Ranger hanging out. We got Lord Winter. We got, of course, the wonderful and amazing mega supporter, Dark Angel. Make sure to show him lots of love. We've got Crazy hanging out as well. Who else we got hanging out here in the stream? I'm going to find somebody else. We got Chewy hanging out. He's back rocking the DJ, of course. Our DJ Chewy does an amazing job with the music here. And the amazing Vault Boy is hanging out, showing some happy faces in the chat. I appreciate everybody who hangs out, whether you're a lurker or whether you're a person who talks in the chat all the time. I do appreciate you hanging out. And I do play a lot of various games. I love Fallout 4, one of my favorite ones. I love Fallout Shelter, also incredibly fun. Really starting to fall in love with that ESO as well. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun there with my members. We were running various different dungeons there. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but they're really good at it, and I just kind of pretend like I'm good at it, running around behind them. But we did a good job. We figured out the mechanics. We worked together. And then, of course, I had a little contribution there where I said, hey, everybody, turn around and look the other way. Then you can roll out in the right direction. So a little Kismet battle tactics there. So I kind of helped the group a little bit. I don't know about on the DPS part, but on the actual tactics part, I did help just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right in. You know me, I like to dive right into the game. So let's go ahead and figure out where we were last time. Pa-pow! Here we are. We're standing here in Sanctuary. Now, again, if you have a question or comment, you can put Kiz or Kismet in the chat. That's what it says right there. And then it will highlight in red, and we will respond to you in the chat. I love interacting in the stream. I think it's super fun. Now, here's my guy right here. Look, he's in combat armor. Now, you might think he's like level 30 or 40 or 50 or 100. Nah, he's level 21. That's right, level 21, and we're already making thousands and thousands of caps. Now, this hot lady hiding out behind my power armor that I've just newly restored, that is Piper right there, which she's got a funny helmet on, and she's over there working away. Now, I've also got her some combat armor as well because we're just making the caps money like crazy now because we have built up Taffington Boathouse as well as we're going to build up Sanctuary today. A little foggy right now in game, so let's go ahead and forward another hour. Every 3 hours, by the way, the the actual weather will change. There's one. And let's try one more. And boom. See, there we go. So every 3 hours, it kind of changes. So if it's foggy, 3 hours forward, boom, the fog will go away. But then maybe it'll be a radiation storm. You never know what's going to happen. And that's part of the fun. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to try to convert Sanctuary also into a giant money producer. Now, in the very beginning of the game, of course, I was working on Sanctuary first. And then I went down to Red Rocket. I sent everybody from Red Rocket up here. I went down to Starlight Drive-In. I sent everybody from there up to here. And I started recruiting in these two. And then I sent them up to Sanctuary. And then, of course, I filled Sanctuary up. So let's go take a look at Sanctuary. Oh, hold on. Got to get my fusion core first. Don't just leave your power armor laying around with your fusion core in it. Bad. Raiders will come up, grab your power armor, use it against you. All right. So we're going to go ahead and run up the way here, and we're going to check out what's going on with Sanctuary. Now, I've got what I call the basic build, right? Well, this is probably a super build. There's kind of like 3 levels that I build. There's a basic build where I just throw down some basic components. I throw down some sleeping bags and all that kind of stuff just to try to get it going. Now, currently, you can see I've got a Kismet kill box, one of the greatest things you can build for defense in your settlement. It is incredibly low resource, but it does an amazing job. Anybody pokes their head out of here, they're going to die. They're going to die a whole lot. Then we've got a whole bunch of peeps over here. Look at them. They got a bit of the Institute rifles that I gave them, and they're walking around. Of course, we got Mama Murphy hanging out in her chair. Now, at least she's not banging on that house. And now the other people, like Sturgis and all of them, I banished them from Sanctuary because I hate it when they bang on that house. Drives me insane. So I banished him to the drive-in. Now we got just a simple house over here. So we've got just some sleeping bags. This is actually a prefab that I put down just to get them going. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. That's a good way to get that started. And of course, look how many scavenging stations I have. I have a ton of them. And that's because this is the place that I set all my scavengers up so that they're basically collecting materials for me for the whole rest of the game. So they're constantly putting materials into the bank that I can use for my playthrough, right? And about this point is when I start using my power armor and I start building up generating a huge amount of caps, a massive amount of caps where I can literally go to every single vendor in the game and buy them out, all of them. Everyone in the whole entire game. That's right. I start working toward that goal. Now, one of the things I'm going to do, of course, is I'm going to work with purified water. That's how I make my cash. You can make money doing jet. You can make money doing a whole bunch of different things. You make giant farms of mute fruit if you want and make tons of money doing that as well. But right now, you can see I've got a bunch of generators down here. And I've got these kind of smaller water purifiers. Now, look at the size of the water here. It goes up from all the way down there all the way to here, as well as across here, and all the way down into there. That is a lot of water space. That is a tremendous amount of water space that you can use to produce purified water. Now, I've only got 82 defense, and that's probably good enough for now. And we're going to see how many more purifiers we can make. Now, I'm going to go down here and see if I can scrap that shopping cart. And let's see how many more we've got. We can make 6 more. So I'm going to start these way down here at the end. I'm going to show you a little trick of spinning these around. Now, why do I spin it? Because at some point, it's going to turn green. When it turns green, aha, then you know you can put that one down, right? And you can try it sideways. You can try it up here. But usually I find right about here, just a little bit in, is the first place that you can kind of put them in there. Now, also, if you nudge them forward a little bit, they will also go outside. Notice that? They're actually going outside the settlement. So you can actually utilize some of the space outside the settlement so you can put more of these down. And I'm going to try to be as precise as possible. I'm going to try to get as many as close together as possible. And let's see how many we can do. Now you can also kind of rotate them one way, rotate them another. Try to get them off of the settlement as much as you can so that you can utilize the outside space. Now sometimes these rocks get in your way like this. You can also try to rotate them in the opposite direction, just spin it around, see if it turns green, like that. If it turns green, you know there's some spot in there in which you can kind of work them in there. Yeah, right? Maybe a little bit closer to the rock. Bingo. There we go. And then again, get over here, just kind of work it a little bit, rotate it. Very efficient. Very efficient. Again, turn them sideways like this. Try to get that going. Spin them around until you see it turn green. We know there's a spot there where it turns green. And again, you can fool with this all day long and try to get the most efficient thing. Now, we're going to be producing so much water here that it doesn't really matter if you don't get those extra 2 of them in there. But, I like to see how good I can do. It's more of a design elegance thing than anything else. All right, now I'm not going to do all the purifiers. I'm going to leave one to not do, and then I'm going to go ahead and connect all of these together. This is the hardest part, by the way, is remembering to connect your stuff together. Because sometimes if you forget to connect them all together, what's going to happen is you're going to have some of them just sitting there for no reason because they're not connected. Now, it doesn't use copper anymore, so you can cross-link if you want. You can cross-link your water just in case you lose a line from one. You can then have it connected to the other one and so on. But I think that's good. We've got 5 of them going. Now, each of these is going to take 5 power. So we got 5 and then 5, 10, right? Because 2 there and then 15 here. So we need about 15. Wait, that's 10, 25. That doesn't seem right. 25 power is what we need. All right, let's see if we have enough for the power generators right here. We're going to use the 10 ones here. So we need 10, like so. We can make 8 of those too. Wow. And then 2, 3. So that's going to be 30 power right there. More than enough. And then I'm going to go ahead and tie this power into here. Tie these 2 together through this middle one. And voila! We are now producing 259 water up there. Yes, I know. That's awesome, isn't it? All right, now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to take out that because no longer need that. And I'm going to take out these little ones just because I don't want them using up my extra power. That's going to also leave me with a couple of these. I'm going to go ahead and move them over here. Now, I'm not a fan of, sorry, I'm not going to move them over there. I'm going to get rid of them. I'm not a fan of keeping this stuff on the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these medium ones. I'm going to scrap them. And I'm not a fan of keeping the power on the ground, so I'll actually build something up above that'll help it. Now, normally, I've done a lot of mega builds. If you like to see my mega builds, you can check them out on my YouTube channel. Like I've built giant tree houses and things like that. Like right here, I built a giant tree house in this area. I've built out big giant towers and whatnot as well. But I feel like I'm going to build this time kind of way down by where the water purifiers are. I haven't really done that in quite a long time. You can see I've got lots of food going here for them, and they're working away on it. But let's go ahead and forward the time first. Let's go back over here. Forward the time first, so when we're building, you guys don't have to watch me build in the dark. So let's go ahead and do that. About 10 hours. And we're going to do some building. Going to build it out. One more retweet for another 100 Kiscaps. If you go out to my YouTube channel or my Twitter and retweet, everybody in the stream is going to get that bonus of 100 Kiscaps. Oh. All right, there we go. Now we're in the daytime. Let's do some building. Now, building is one of my favorite things to do in the game. It is super, super fun. I think the game is like a 15 out of 10 when you're doing the building, not just the questing. Though I do enjoy the questing too. So let's go ahead and build these guys. Something a little bit different down here. And let's kind of build it right around the center area because eventually we're going to tie all this power together. Some of the things I like to start with is I like to start with the stairwell. Now, don't sweat the small stuff. It's the first thing I'm going to say. Don't sweat the small stuff in the beginning. That means the base of your building. Don't like get so involved in making the bottom of it first. And I've made that mistake. I spent hours doing the bottom of it only to realize that I changed the top 10 times and I could have done the top first and come back and worked on the bottom, which is so much more efficient. It is so faster and so much more efficient that is what we're going to do. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with a double stairwell. Right now I can double stairwell this way or I can double stairwell that way. I can also reverse it so I can reverse like that. I'm a big fan of just being straight double stairway like that. Okay, so again, don't worry about the underpinnings of it yet. We'll come back and we'll do that in a bit. Now up here, I'm going to go ahead and just use some wood floors as kind of a start. Now the funny thing in this game, and especially in the base game, before they changed it, was that the actual wood was more valuable than steel. because you could go get 800 steel sometimes from Diamond City, but you could only get 250 wood, which wasn't good because you would basically run out of wood all the time if you used too much of it. So that's why I'm very used to using steel. Though I'm going to use concrete, which you're going to see here in a second. But first I'm going to start with wood just to try to get an idea of how big I want this to go. And now I actually won't scrap these wood pieces. I will use them as kind of a way of what do you call it? Do scaffolding. There we go. As like scaffolding. So there we go. So we made a very quick base for our power. And we're going to go ahead and run back over here again. And I'm actually going to take this power back out again. But I'm not going to scrap it. I'm just going to store it. So I'm going to hit tab. It says, do you want to store it in the workbench? And I'm going to say yes. Let's go ahead and store it. Hit E. Same thing. Tab, E, tab, E. So instead of walking each individual one now up to my platform here, I'm going to literally put it in the workbench, walk over here, and then just take it right back out again, because that's a lot easier than running back and forth, back and forth. A lot easier. And I've done the old-fashioned way where you run back and forth, back and forth. Now, I like my power to be up high, just in case they attack. They're not going to destroy my power, and then, of course, all my stuff goes offline, which I don't like. I don't like that at all. All right. And we're going to put them kind of long ways today. I don't know. I feel like doing them long ways today. So that's what we're going to do. And now we've got to get the power from up here down to our purifiers, and we're going to run the purifiers all the way along this entire thing once we have enough resources. Now, this is going to do what I call the money train, meaning that you are going to use this, as many as you can make, to make purified water. You're then going to take that purified water, sell the purified water, get more resources, which will allow you to get more purified water filters and more power, right? And then you get more money, more purified water, which then you get more money, and more purified water, more money, more purified water, more money. And before you know it, you put this all the way down, and then you're making like 1,300 purified water, which is about 40 grand worth of caps in no time at all. No cheating, no shortcutting, no third-party mods. Doing it totally legit. You can do it on you can do it on console or on PC. Pixel Dino saying, Kismet, what's up? Bacon Not Stirred says, Kismet, you have all the DLCs, right? Yes, I have all the DLCs running right now with no mods. No mods running. I like to get the achievements. I'm in no hurry to get all the achievements done. I take my time and enjoy the game, because that's what I think games are all about. If I just rush through the game, get it done in like an hour, I mean, that's not fun. At least not for me. Some people love speed running. More power to you if you love that kind of thing. You know, everybody's into their own thing. I don't like to drain the fun out of games. I like to enjoy my games. So here what we've done is we've connected here a power pylon, and I'm going to move it until it turns red, which means I've got my max distance. I'm going to back up a little bit, back this way. And now I've got my max distance out of the wire in that direction. And then I'm going to see if I can reach over here. Nope, not quite. Let's go ahead and try to rotate this around maybe. Try to get it back the other way. Nope, not going to go that way. That's okay. And then we'll put another power pylon down, like so. Now, I like to put them real close to each other, connect them together, and then just grab it and start walking it. All right, just grab it, walk it close, connect it in. Doesn't matter which one you connect it to, because they're going to chain off all of this. So I'm going to go ahead and connect it right there. You can hear them all turn on. Now we've got 209. Now you might be like, Kismet, wait a minute, you had 230 something before. That's right, because I took those other ones out. So now I have 209 total. And I have power of 36. Right now I'm using a power of 25 because these are each 5, and there's 5 of them. 5 times 5, right? Yeah, okay, you guys got it. You guys got it. You guys know what I'm talking about. All right, so let's go ahead and put this other one down. And let's see if we can kind of fit it in here somewhere. Again, we're going to spin it around, see if it turns green at some point in here. Nope, nowhere in there. So we're going to try to park it off over here as close as we can to this one. Try to get it out of the settlement as far as we can. There we go. And then tie the power together. And boom, 250 water being produced right now. And what we need is we need a ton more oil. Looks like we've got just about everything else. We need our lowest things are oil and screws, usually a lot at the very beginning. Now, I just happen to have a few caps on me, about 2,108 caps on me right now. So we're going to go ahead and run over here, and we're going to make ourselves a vendor that we can go to and use that vendor to buy the very things that we need. Now, of course, my sweetheart's going to run along here at some point, Trash Can Carla, we're going to use her as well. But now what we need is we need a nice place to have as a trade center. Now I'm going to go ahead and just utilize this building that's already here. And I'm going to use that as kind of my trade center. Just for fun. For funsies. For funsies. So we're going to try to snap that up there if it's going to let us. Nope. Not going to let it snap. Alrighty. No more snap. Alright, so we can't snap that. Let's go ahead and try to see if we can snap the one from the concrete one. Nope. Take the wall out. Let's try it now. There we go. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and make a walkway up here to the top. And then we will put our thing. Now you can put it anywhere. You don't have to put it up here. But this is what we're going to start with. So we're going to start with the trader here, the general trader. We're going to put it up here. And again, we're going to build up Sanctuary to build basically an actual cash generating machine. The money train, as I like to call it. And we're going to pick somebody here who is, this probably this person right here is not quite well equipped. And we're going to put them on the store. All right, now notice I have Cap Collector 2, and I also have Local Leader 2, which allows me to do the kind of larger versions of these trading. All right, so she's going to come up here, and while she's on her way up here, I'm also going to try to make another one. I don't think I have enough caps, but we're going to try it anyway. We're going to try to do the clinic. Nope, going to need 1,800 caps, so I need about another 1,000 caps before I can go ahead and get the clinic going on. And we'll wait for her to get over there. And then we are going to check on our purified water down here. Now in the workshop, we're going to look under aid and see how many we have. We have 27 right now, so we're going to go ahead and grab those. We're going to also look and see if we happen to have any other purified water. Nothing on us right now. Let's check Piper.
Looking for something specific?
And let's see what she's got right now. Turn that music off. You hear a bit of a static from it. She doesn't have any on her. Let's go ahead and check some other people. Now, how can I get all my people together as quick as possible? Now she wants to have a moment. Let's see. Let's talk to my girl here. Let's have a little moment.
Sure thing.
Just what you said about Nat. I've been going over it again and again in my head, and what you said was right. Family's too precious. What kind of life is she gonna have if I never go near her again? It's just... Sometimes it feels like the only things I've got in life are Nat and the paper. Having someone I can count on, someone like you, it's meant a lot to me. Not a lot of people want to hang around with the nosy reporter.
My kind of nosy?
Yeah, but you're my kind of nosy.
You're the exception. I haven't exactly made a lot of friends in this career. I just wanted to right the things I thought were wrong. And when Nat and I first got to Diamond City, there was a lot of wrong. Crooked guards, lousy infrastructure. There was a hole in the exterior wall that was patched over with a bookcase. One bookcase. That's it. I started the paper more as an act of desperation than anything else. Turned out I wasn't the only one who wanted things to change. After the first couple of editions, people may not have agreed with what I said, but everyone was listening.
Sounds like you really cleaned up Diamond City.
Well, a lot of things got done. They even put a second bookshelf over that hole. And patched it with bricks. When that first edition hit the stands, I felt like I'd finally done something worth doing. But afterwards, things changed. People didn't want to talk the way they used to. Seemed that overnight I'd gone from being Piper, friend and confidant, to Piper, the nosy snoop. A lot of folks, they haven't treated me the same since. It started to feel like the only person I could count on was my little sis.
The girl in the iron mask. Star Stonsky. Hey, give Star Shotzi 250 Kiss Cash for that. You made me laugh. Great one, man. Yes, I've got her in that mask. You could see her emotion, but I think it's hilarious.
You can count on me, Piper.
I know I can. You're not afraid of me like everyone else. I was sure that the paper would be the best thing I ever did in my life, but being here with you now I don't know. I've needed someone like you in my life for a long time, Blue.
I got the charisma.
I just never expected I'd actually get them. So thank you for being the friend I can count on.
What? Don't get stuck in the friend zone, people. Make sure your intentions are clear.
It sounds to me like you're interested in becoming more than just friends.
Oh, I mean, well, I'd be lying if I said I never thought about you that way. Not that I'm always thinking that way.
You sure
It's
she is?
just Blue.
Don't let him tell you
I'm
otherwise.
loud and pushy and constantly getting in over my head. Why would someone like you ever want someone like me?
Perfect for me.
You don't need to be flawless, Piper. You're perfect for me.
Perfect, huh? That's a new one. Well, well, I think you're perfect too. Goodness, Blue, I don't know what to say. You're everything I could ever ask for. Come on, let's not keep the world waiting.
Boom! And I got the perk Gift of Gab, one of my favorite perks in the game because it gives you Lover's Embrace. Now I'm really going to start to level like crazy. Boom! Piper's one of my favorite ones. I might play the entire game through, which is Piper. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. There it is, the Lover's Embrace perk. Anytime I'm hanging out, I want to get that special time with my girl. I get that special loving. I'm going to go get that Lover's Embrace right now. Let's do it.
Crop's been growing pretty good lately.
Let's go get some loving. Now, if you go for 1 hour, doesn't do it. In new survival mode, you've got to go 8 hours. Well, actually 7 more because I already did 1. But we got to go 8 hours to get that Lover's Embrace as opposed to well rested whenever your girl's around.
I've never lost anyone before. This feeling
Wakey, wakey, getting that Lover's Embrace. All right. Let's take a look at what that perk gives us. Now, spoiler alert, if you guys don't want to know about this perk, Kismet, I can't hear you. All right, so we're going to go to perks, and we're going to look at that Lover's Embrace. That's right, it's going to give us +2 endurance, nice, +2 agility, and of course, 15% extra XP earned for a limited time. Very, very nice. Try to keep that Lover's Embrace going all the time. Look, he's like, yeah. You know it. Well, just so you know, that Piper and Kate are like, if you combine Piper and Kate together, that feistiness that they both have, that's like my wife. She's very feisty. Very feisty, and that's the way I like her. I like them feisty. Because you got to be a strong man to be with a strong woman. I've been with my wife for 25 years. Try that. Try that. You can beat that. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. All right. So me and my girl Piper are going to go smack around some stuff in the wasteland. So we've got our power going down here. Now, I just made a whole bunch of cash just by selling, or about 300 caps, just by selling that purified water. Now, I'm waiting for my water to reset again. Now, also, one of the robots that we sent from last time had a whole bunch of materials. So maybe we have enough to build some more purifiers. So let's just take a little look-see and see how many more we can make. 9 more. That's right. Because we had sent those resources from elsewhere over to here, or we could have just put them in the workbench. Either way, we had bought a massive amount of resources for this end. Now, some of you are going, Kismet, did you plan that out, or did that just happen? Totally planned it out because I knew the next thing I was going to build up would be Sanctuary. And I already know the next 3 places that I'm going to build up, most likely along the way as well. Because I can think that far ahead for the bin I've played through for a lot of hours, and I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do in game. But it's okay. You can play it by ear as well. You can just like totally do it. Now notice how I'm going along the edge here of the settlement first, and then I'll fill all this extra space in. And I'm trying to run it outside the settlement as much as I can so that I'm not taking up all the space inside here, so I can sneak some more in this middle area here. So work on these outside ones first. And I'm about to make a crazy ton of purified water here. A crazy ton. Crazy ton of purified water. I think we're going to have to skip that spot right there. There's a difficult spot right here in the middle. So we're going to try to work it. Work it. Work that outside edge. Just kind of move around until it turns green. Rotate it, maybe spin it. Up, right there. Hold on. Right there, looking good. Maybe we can get it going this way a little bit. A little bit that way. A little bit this way, a little bit that way. Oh, right there is where it is. Oh, pow! Got it. Got it. Now again, try to stick it outside of the settlement as much as you can, because then it's not using your settlement space. It still uses size over there, by the way, but I mean, it doesn't use the area where you can put more purifiers down. And there we go. That's it. So let's go ahead and tie all these together. Make sure that you got them all tied together. It's best to put them in a row like this because it's easier to see if you have them all tied together. Keep tying. Is it dark time again already? Wow. Hold on. I got to go tie all these together and then make it light time again so you guys don't have to see me working in the dark here. Boom. Now I've tied them all together here and they're all tied together there, but power-wise they're not on because I've still got 249 at the top there. So we're going to need more power. So let's see if we have enough resources to make some more power. And let's look at generators. Well, what do you know? I have enough resources to make 5 more generators. And again, if you pre-think this stuff, it helps. But if you have to go get some, you can do that as well. So here we go. Now, I don't know how many more I added there. And it doesn't really matter. Because I'm going to go ahead and put this down. Now, notice how my power does not say it's wrong. It doesn't say that I don't have enough power up there. Which is not good because it should say that I don't have enough power. And then it should say when I do have enough power, right? So if I go in here and I cut the line, like so. Takes a little bit to get the line. If I cut the line, notice again, it does not say that, hey, wait a minute. You do not have enough power to make this happen. Sometimes that's going to happen. Sometimes it's going to get funky. But notice how the water went up to 329. So if it gets weird, just watch and see if the water goes up when you're adding power. And if it doesn't go up when you're adding power, then you know you're at the end. And I'll just keep doing that. I'll show you. But sometimes it does get messed up. And then we'll tie this power into this power. Boom, now it's up to 409. Just be watching that water up there at the top. And now it's up to 489. And let's add another one. Ooh, it's very loud in here. Now it's 569. Now it's 609, and I'm out of generators. So right now we're producing 609 water. Now, how can we tell whether it's working or not? We can go ahead and look up there again. Now, normally that power should be red if we don't have enough power. But for some reason, it's funky. It's funky. But we can also run along our purifiers here and see if any of them are red. Nope, we have them all working right now. We are looking good. Looking good. Then we need more screws and more nuclear material for the generators, as well as we're going to need more oil for our stuff over here. I'll get up out of there. There we go. So there we go. Now we're producing a massive amount of water. Let's run back up here and go to the daytime. Keep on rocking and rolling. Shield your eyes, kids. Funky Mario. There we go. Score, says Songskate. There you go. You got yourself some extra thing. Yeah, Funky. My wife already knows I play this game. She's not much of a gamer. She doesn't game, but she actually plays games on her phone. Just like little games, kind of like bejeweled kind of games. But she is the greatest Tetris player I've ever seen. I'm incredibly great. Incredibly great player. I think she'd go pro with that Tetris thing, I think. But it's not her thing. She's not totally into playing games. Though she has played games with me before, though. She totally has. Why the mask during such an intense moment, Kismet? I don't know. I think it's just funny. I just think it's funny. I've already done it many times on the stream when she's in that loving moment. Definitely, Dave, worth maxing her out, even if you romance her. Exactly. One of the things that I've done in previous playthroughs is I constantly switch my companions so that I can build up their affection with me. Like normally I would get rid of Piper now. I would just send her here to Sanctuary or send her to Taffing and Boathouse and just leave her there. So when I come through there, I can have a little moment, get my lover's embrace, and then get the heck out of there. But I can also switch out other companions and then build them up their affection. So, what do we got in here? Instu pistol. We got 11 Instu pistols in there we can dish out to peeps. But there we go. Okay, so we've got that going. Let's go ahead and see if we got a little bit of purified water in here. Not yet. All right, so we're going to forward it again. Going to forward the time. Let's go ahead and forward it about 5 hours. And let's see if we got some more purified water. Now, sometimes this works. You can just forward time. You can just forward time, and it shows up. And sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you got to leave the settlement. And I'm going to go ahead and just drink a little bit of this, because the funny irony is I have massive purified water, but I'm thirsty. Very, very thirsty. Man, time goes by so quickly. Why does it go by so quickly? Binks hanging out. What's up, Binks? Thanks for chilling out in the stream. Is it lagging with somebody else? Oh, no. No laggy.
Nice day.
No laggy. No lagging. I hope it's not lagging. Let me take a look. I'm lagging behind. Check my internet connection. Thanks for letting me know. Still looks good. I did have a little bit of drop frames there. Little bit of drop frames, but it says I'm at 3K.
We're finally safe from those damn raiders.
Oh, you're safe because it gives me kill box right there. That's all you need.
Easy living, this ain't.
You just need a Kismet kill box. That's all you need, and you're good. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to wait for it to reset. And again, we can go ahead and go forward. Let's just go ahead and forward it till the morning time again tomorrow. So let's go ahead and just forward another 17 hours or so and see if that water resets. Now, it usually resets every 2 to 3 in-game days, and then you can have tons more purified water. Now, the trick is you get the purified water from here. You can walk it off to a vendor like at we did earlier, and then walk back and forth. Now, I have a bunch over at the drive-in as well.
Lost anyone before.
And let's go a couple more hours here. And then you can walk it off to a vendor and then come back, walk it over to a vendor. Eventually...
I really have to get up.
Oh, Piper. It's very much like my kids and my wife like that. Do you want to get up? I don't want to get up. You guys get some kids. You know what that's like. You know what that's like. I don't want to get up. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to see if we have that purified water, and then if we do, we can sell it to our own vendor. There we go. 431 purified water. Oh, that's good to go right there.
Let me carry something before you cripple yourself.
And then we simply take it and we sell it to our very own vendor right here.
My back hurts, my feet hurt, everything hurts.
Sorry to hear that.
Hi.
You want to do some trading?
Absolutely. Let's do
I'll
it.
take a look. Sure.
Here's what I've got.
All right. First thing I want is your caps. Give me those caps. So how much is 431 purified water worth? Oh, just about 4,310 caps. That's right. We've made 4,000 caps in just the time in which we had done that stuff. And we're actually producing more than 400. We're producing a massive amount in which we can go in and we can get their caps. We can go ahead and get a whole bunch of stuff from this vendor. So I'm going to actually cancel that. And we're going to build up a huge amount of stuff in here. So the first thing we're going to look for is any of the things that we need, like in the shipments, like oil and like screws and nuclear material. And now right now I've got glass turned on, so I'm actually going to take one glass thing out of here. Or actually, let's actually go out and see if I already have some on me. I might already have some junk on me. Let's see. Do I have any glass on me? I do. Right there. Right here. What I can do is go into component. I go into my Pip-Boy, and then I hit C for component view. It'll show me the component view, and I can tag and untag these things for search. Right? So right now we need, we don't need crystal anymore. Well, we need some eventually, but right now we need screws, and we need nuclear material.
Sure.
And
Let's take a look.
Let me
oil.
know what you'd like.
All right, so we want to buy some things, and we can also get it out of the workbench if we want to. But we're just going to find some things that have nuclear material in it, like there's one there. You can just do it right from the vendor, which is kind of fun. And then there's something with oil. And then we need a screw in here. There's one, boom. And we'll just buy those real quick. And then we'll go into component view. And we'll then tag those for search. So oil's already tagged. Q to tag that for search. And then we'll scroll down and... Oh, where's my screw? Right there. It's already tagged. So there we go. Now we got the three main things that we need to tag to build up our water empire. Now when I go back in to talk to her,
I have something you need.
and I
Let's see
barter
what
with
you
her,
have.
Great.
then I go into junk. Now all the stuff with the magnifying glasses are the things that are going to have screws and all those things. So now I know exactly which items I need to buy from her without even looking now. I don't even need to look at what they are. I can just say, okay, anything with a magnifying glass, I'm going to go ahead and just Get those. Makes it so much easier. So much easier so you don't have to look through the entire list every single time. Now, I'm also in return. I'm going to go ahead and try to get all my caps back and also balance out what I've already got there. So 7, 8, 9, 50, somewhere in there. We'll just get pretty close. Let's try 930. Pretty close. A little bit more. A little bit more. Another 20 or so. Let's just do 20. Okay, so a little bit more than what she has. I'm going to lose a few caps in the trade, but no big deal. I just want to get all of her caps, and I want to get all those resources. There we go. Just that easy, just that quick. Now, do I have enough to make the thing I'm looking for, which is right over here. I'm over encumbered. And which I'm trying to make the clinic. Not quite yet. I've got 1484 and I need 1800. So what I need is I need my girl Trash Can Carla to show up. And it just so happens. There she is.
Got work to do. Can't talk now.
Carla.
I don't want to
Need
talk.
Pick something up? Road's pretty long from here.
Let's talk to my
Sure.
girl.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, keep your shirt on.
And again, we're getting on the money train here, everybody. This is how you get your money train going on. So again, same thing. Now that I got it all tagged, I just look for the little magnifying glasses. And I run along and just pick up all of the stuff I need. Now, she's also got a shipment of oil, which I can buy. She got a shipment of screws. Awesome. She does not have a shipment of nuclear material. So we're going to go ahead and grab all the rest of this stuff like so. If we wanted to, we get circuitry and all that stuff. But I think that's good. And then we'll go in here, purified water, dial in how much we owe her, and we want to get her caps too. So 789, it's almost about 2,000. So we'll get pretty close to 2,000. Let's try 1930. There we go. And about another 40 or so. We'll just say 40, close enough. Don't sweat the small stuff. And we got a bunch of resources, and we also got a bunch of caps. Drop that in the workbench by hitting T, so we're not as overburdened. And then we'll go in here and we'll see if there's anything else we need to put in there. Oh, I could have sold her that other stuff there. Could have sold her that bladed tire iron. I'll just put it in there for now. And what else do we got that's weighing me down? I think just the purified water. Oh, we got some mods. We could have probably sold those, but we'll just put them in there anyway. We got tons of ammo. Tons of fusion cores on me. I gotta just put those in the workbench for right now. All right. So now we've got two vendors. We've got Trash Can Carla who shows up in Sanctuary, as well as we've got our vendor up there. And so we're gonna go ahead and look at the clinic now. So close, 1715 caps. So we don't have enough, but let's go ahead and save so we don't have to do all of that again. Let me check my chat up here. There we go. Welcome, Crooper and Abstract Gaming. For some reason, my alert didn't go off here. Hold on. Did I miss my alert when I was restarting? Let's go back and take a look. Let's see here. I did not see it. Let's just hit it again. Huh. It's always something. Always something. Come on. Looks like my alerts have gone offline too. There we go. All right. Okay. It's back. Reset that. And let's make sure to get all the people some love in the chat here. Let's get that repeat. There we go. The Intrusion. Thank you so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, becoming part of the Kismet Army. Also to Cooper. Come on. Dragon Hammer. There it is. Thank you so much to Cooper510. Thank you very much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, becoming part of the Kismet Army. Make sure to show them lots of love in there, as well as we got Abstract Gaming right there. Make sure to also show, oh, there's Cooper twice. Show Abstract Gaming some love also in the chat as well. Let me also catch up on chat here. My chat is getting all messed up. There it is. It's always something. It's always something. Says Abstract Gaming. Kids, how do you make so many purifiers? Well, if you actually want to see this playthrough from the very beginning, you can check that out on my YouTube channel if you want to. But basically what I do is I focus more on settlement building and building that up early in the game. So what I did is I went and I got resources, and then I built up a little bit of purified water. Then I took that purified water and I sold it to the vendor. I then got more resources to make more purified waters and just continued that cycle. And as I unlocked my various settlements and as I am basically building them up as quick as possible by sending them from elsewhere to my settlements, it basically snowballs. It snowballs to the point in which I am getting massive amount of resources coming in because I have all my people already working away at my settlement. I have my max settlements right at the very beginning. And then I get all the way to Tavern and Boathouse. And once I reach Tavern and Boathouse, I usually have enough resources to put down some decent size water purifiers because I've also leveled up by then as well. I can get further into the science line. And then, of course, once I get into the science 1 right here, I can get, or into the intelligence line, get to science 1. I can then build those larger purifiers, and when I build those larger purifiers, I then start to quintuple, do 4 times my ability to produce purified water, and then I start to generate a massive amount of purified water, which then I can use to buy more resources, and so on and so forth, right? Because this ain't no free ride. These people should be working. You want to see my people? Check it out. Every single person in here right now is doing something. They're all working. Come on, people. Stay to work, right? They're either scavenging.
Starting to think we're finally safe from those damn
That's
raiders.
good. Or they're over here. They're working on food, which you can see I started with some potatoes. I did some mute fruit.
Can't remember the last time I had clean fingernails.
Well, you're not going to have any anytime soon. As well as you can see, eventually I did took the water purifiers out of here, and then I added a bunch of water purifiers now, and I'm just producing a massive amount of water, 609 now. And all I need to do is just keep adding my vendors so that I can sell the water to the vendors and then, of course, buy more resources, get more caps, buy more resources, get more trade centers, and et cetera, et cetera. Pretty much what we did already at Tavern and Boathouse, we are redoing here at Sanctuary. Now, normally, actually, I work more in Sanctuary, but this time I did Tavern and Boathouse first because I like to change it up and get to the point we're at now. Now, because that trade center is running over there, I'm also going to get some caps from that trade center. So let's go ahead and see if that trade center has brought me any caps. Brought me 30 caps in. That's getting us a little bit closer. Now I can also take some stuff like this and I could sell it to the vendor, but right now our vendors are a little bit too low on caps, so they're gonna need to reset before I can use them. So I'm gonna actually run out of here. I'm gonna save first. I'm gonna run out of here to another vendor and get their caps and get some resources over there to make even more purifiers and more things. So kind of like a snowball effect, right? And that's what I call it, the money train. So you take that money, you reinvest it into buying resources. You then buy those resources to buy more purifiers. And then so on and so forth until you have so many purifiers and so much resources that you can basically buy whatever you want, right? Because eventually I'm going to have so much purified water being produced here that I can literally buy tens of thousands of caps worth of stuff, which is basically what we did at Tavern and Boathouse already. We've used some of those resources that we bought from Tavern and Boathouse, and we sent them over here. Look at all these people hanging out in here. Got tons of peeps hanging out. We need some more settlements so we can send these people away. I only make this as a settlement for recruiting. I don't make it into like a full settlement anymore, usually only at the end of the game. But I have built here before. I have built walls around it and done all sorts of advanced stuff here at Red Rocket, but I don't really do it anymore because it just takes too much resources in the new survival mode. It takes too much resources to build it up this early in the game. Now, I'm only level 21, by the way, and I'm making thousands of caps. And I get the question all the time in the chat, kids, are you using third-party mods? Are you cheating? Are you glitching? Are you shortcutting? Nope. Don't need to. Don't need to. You don't need to do any of that. Just build it up over time. Get that momentum going where you're getting those resources. Level your guy up. Until I'm at the level I'm at now, about level 21 or so. And then work toward your charisma, work toward caps collector and your local leader perk. And then you're like where I am right now, where you just bringing in the money train. Bringing in the money train. I'm going to the Drumlin Diner down here. And I kind of run off to the side. It allows me to avoid a lot of stuff. And you get right about here, and watch out, because this is where the random encounters happen, right down this hall, right down this kind of walkway here. So watch out for that. Stay alert. Now, I got my new sword that I just bought, a legendary sword from the vendor. Hiya! Take that. I have yet to use. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Now, I've also bought myself, with all the caps I've earned from that purified water, I bought myself some combat armor and a whole bunch of other stuff. You can watch that in other episodes, by the way, on my YouTube channel. I do upload every single day, my entire stream. So if you miss any streams, there will be on my YouTube channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe so you're earning those Kiz caps as well as supporting the stream.
I can rest easy knowing that Wolfgang is rotten in hell.
I know.
Thank you.
Sometimes, one time I let Wolfgang live. And I regretted it.
Let's take a look.
I killed him off this time.
I'm charging.
Of course, his companion there, Simone, I think her name is, killed me a bunch of times. So I'm doing it in melee. It's very hard. All right, so let's go ahead and go in here again. Let's go into junk. Let's click all the things. All the various things that we've now got tagged for what we want. There's a bottle there, too. If you see anything with the word bottle at the end, make sure to buy that as well. There's some telephones. Can't go without no telephones. Now, also look and see if she has any shipments that you would want, screws or oil at this point. And, oh, there's a globe right there I could use. And I think that's good. Now, she might have something else that I might want. Flares or shotgun shells for Piper. She might have a nice weapon, fragment grenades, and all that stuff. I would like to get that stuff, but not right now. We're working purely on resources. And I have 1,390 caps for the purified water, so I got plenty. And she's going to have a 312. It's going to be 420, somewhere in that range. And again, I don't do the math exactly. I just get close. Close enough. Close enough.
That's a classic.
All right, so I got more resources. And I got more stuff. And I'm going to run back here to the single greatest place in the game to recruit people. And that is the drive-in. It is pretty awesome. Now notice I have no settlement here, right? Because at the very beginning of the game, I don't like to burn resources on where I'm recruiting. I just send a bunch of peeps here, let them hang out. That's what I do. Now you can actually put water purifiers in the center here, and that does work great too. I'm going to go and get Noah. There he is. I was looking for you. I'm going to go and trade with him, see if he's got anything. Right now he's got nothing. So that's good. So I'm going to actually talk to him for a second. Now notice how I've got him on beeping mode. Now I've got the automatron installed, so that's why I've got robots I can build. Automatron DLC. Now I'm going to get him as my companion, and then it's going to say, where do you want to send Piper? Well, I want to send Piper right where I am, at the drive-in, because I'm literally going to trade out Piper for this guy.
Hey.
Then I'm going to talk to him again.
I no longer require your services.
And then I'm simply going to send him to Sanctuary. Now, why am I going to do that? Well, because I'm going to create a robot delivery system between Sanctuary up here and the drive-in down here. So I'm going to send my robots up here to Sanctuary, and when I produce a massive amount of water that I want to send down and sell at the Starlight Drive-In, I can just send my robot to carry it down there, and I don't have to carry it. That is probably the single greatest kind of transport Kismet tip I can give you to use those robots. If you have the Automatron DLC, use that. It is very, very useful. Very, very useful in that kind of transport. Now, I've also left a bunch of purified water here. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to grab that purified water, 260. Right now, I'm going to be massively overburdened. Now, I got to get my girl Piper. Where'd she go? She's over there. She's over there. Piper. Almost left without her. Now, wherever you send your companion, by the way, is their new base of operations. So Piper, of course, is from Diamond
Piper.
City, if you don't know.
My way?
Sorry for spoiler if you didn't know that already.
Sure,
And
let's
then,
go.
and then when I send her to the drive-in, now this is her base of operations. So if she gets downed or killed during the thing, she will return here to wherever I last sent her. So there we go. Only the Fam says, I collected ammo and only used one type and sold the rest. You know, I made the mistake. That is a great point, Only the Fam. I made the mistake of hoarding my ammo at the very beginning of the game. And I'd have tens of thousands of ammo, only to realize that tens of thousands of ammo is actually worth 10,000 caps.
Let me know if there's
So I
anything
could have
we can
had,
do to
I was
lighten the load, or,
basically
you
going
know,
without any
leave
caps
anything
most of the
secret.
game when I could have had tens of thousands of caps and sell all this extra ammo that I'm not using. So very important to go in there and sell that ammo. Now, I do have a bunch of conditions over there that are reducing my my action points. So let's go ahead and just kind of work on that a little bit. For those that have a little bit of ADD, and that's slowing them down. They're like, ah, Kismet, you're doing the thing with the thing. Let's eat some food. I'll do you a solid. Eat some food there so you don't have to worry about those little red things over there. Now, I've also got the perk Strong Back, which allows me to use my action points for running. Now, I'm going to let them build all the way up, and you're going to see them go down, my action points, while I'm moving fast, while overburdened. You will find that I am overburdened a lot in the game, because I am a super looter. I loot everything. I take it with me. And again, at the very beginning of this playthrough, I was telling everybody the reason why I super loot is because of this moment right now. Right now is when I have so much resources because I went and collected everything out of the instance, everything along the way, and put them in the put those in the workbench. That now I have those resources to build those water purifiers, to then make that purified water, to then buy the resources again, and so on and so forth down the road. So let's go ahead and head over here and let's talk to the girl again here.
If you're here to trade, let's trade.
Now let's see if she's reset
see
since
what
the
you
last
have.
time. I
It's all
seriously
worth
doubt
every
it.
cap I'm charging.
I seriously doubt it. No, she did not reset. But if we wanted to buy stuff, now would be our chance. So let's go ahead and buy some grenades, some mollies. What else we got in here? Not a helmet, hard hat. Yeah, she ain't got nothing. Antibiotics is good. Anything else in there that I want? And I just say we buy everything. Let's just buy all of our resources. Just like, oh, not the shipments. But I could buy the shipments if I want to. Look how much the shipments are. Let's just look how much the shipments are. Versus, that's 6,529 caps now to buy all of our shipments if I really wanted to. And I have 4,284 caps just in the extra purified water I had that I sent from Taffington Boathouse, by the way. But we don't want to do that. That's too much. We don't need all those resources right now. So we're going to go ahead and just send a lot of those shipments back because we don't need all those shipments right now. If I did, I would just buy them. But really, just 672 is what I owe her. So we're going to go ahead and... actually, let's sell some of this extra stuff, too. Let's sell all that stuff. Let's sell this extra ammo. Not my fusion cells. Keep the shotgun shells for Piper. And let's go ahead and just trade out some purified water to make up the rest. 580. So we'll dial in 580. There's 588 or 576. So 576 is probably what I'll go. Then I'll owe her 4 caps. And then now, now she has 6 caps. That's fine. Now I've got 1,888 caps. I'm going to go talk to Piper for a second. And I'm going to try to give her some of this purified water. We'll see how much she can take. She's going to take 109. That's going to take me to 251. So I'm still overburdened when it comes to caps. So I'm not going to run all the way back to Sanctuary while overburdened. I'm going to run just down the way. I'm going to show you another little Kismet tip. A little shortcut that I use for my peeps. And we're not going to run very far. Just a bit down the way here. Bit down the way. How are you getting so much water? Water bottles, I mean. I'm getting so much water because I'm making water purifiers. The big water purifiers at Taffington Boathouse and then also at Sanctuary and all the places I can. That's how I get so much water. Because I collected every single resource I could along the way. I'm only level 21, by the way. I've actually at level 10, I was already making purified water. I think level 5 to 10, I was making purified water from the very beginning. And that's because I collect every single thing. I call it super looting. By the way, there's Marcy. I got her as a provisioner. That she gets shot at all the time. It's awesome. So as you can see, I'm coming back to my place here, but I've got this cooking stove right on the edge of it, so I don't have to actually walk all the way to the workbench. So I can use this stove as kind of a drop-off point. Let me go ahead and drop off. Let me drop off half of this purified water in case I need some cash later. I'll have some right here. Oh, very close. Let's do, say 2 more. Oh, gonna need 5 more. There we go. Drop that off. Keep that purified water there. And now we can just run normal. Now, I find it's much better to run without your power armor when you're doing this kind of stuff if there's not much stuff in between. Because you don't not burning your fusion cores. Eventually, when I have my crafting built up, you'll see me build an action point set, which basically is for running back and forth. So I don't have to do that. Now, eventually, also, I have so much caps that I can just buy a bunch of flares and use the Brotherhood and all of that stuff. We'll get to that. We will get to that. How we looking? Oh, time goes by so quickly. So, but great question, Giggy Pop. Appreciate that question. Appreciate you hanging out in the stream. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Now, again, you will see me start to produce thousands of water because I take my time. Now, you're like, Kismet, are you cheating? Are you shortcutting? Are you using third-party mods? Absolutely not. I don't need it, and neither do you. Not whether you're on PS4, whether you're on Xbox, and whether you're on PC, you don't need it. Now, if you would like to see every second of this playthrough, it is on my YouTube. You can see it from the very first day, how I collected all my resources, how I started, how I went in, how I unlocked each of my settlements, and which settlements I unlocked first, and how I used my settlements. How did I get all my settlements built up? How did I get to this point? How did I get leveled up? Where did my level ups happen? You can see every single second of this entire playthrough, because I only play it on the stream for you guys from the very beginning. So check it out on YouTube. It's in my Fallout 4 playlist over there. Check it out. Well, thank you very much for that question. I know it seems like, oh my gosh, you got 200. I guess my overhaul mod is slowing the water bottle spawn down. Yeah. Yeah, you're super low level and have an insane amount of water. Seriously awesome strategy, man. Thank you, Gigapop. I love doing the settlements. And I understand where that happens. It's the same thing in real life, by the way. Life is very much about momentum. When you're working on stuff, now I've been a graphic designer for many, many years, and for 25 years, and I know that when you're working on a project, it's all about momentum, getting the right people at the right place and getting the right resources to make things happen. And as you make those things happen, you then, of course, have more resources to buy more resources and et cetera, and it just snowballs. It just kind of, you have enough resources now to buy more resources, then you can produce more resources, then you can sell more resources, which makes you more money, and it starts to compound, like compound interest, which is also a very favorite of mine. And then you are now compounding the amount of stuff that you're producing, like just basically what we just did, right? We just compounded how much stuff we're producing. We compounded how many water purifiers that we have running at Sanctuary based on how many we had at Taffety and Boathouse, and then we'll continue to compound them. That's all we'll do, is continue to compound them until we have so many that we can't put any more down. We're producing over 1,000 purified water, and again, totally legit, very early on in the game. And then for the whole rest of the game, you're just absolutely crazy rich, riding that money train.
What I call a good day.
Riding that money train. Now, the next thing we're going to do, of course, is put our other vendor down. This whole point of what we're doing right now is to work on our clinic now. And I'm going to get the high-end clinic. I'm just going to snap it right there. I'm going to find some lucky soul who gets to be my, this girl right here, who gets to be my doctor. Doctor.
Sure.
All right, so here comes my doctor. Now, of course, I've only got 267 bottle caps now, so I'm like totally poor again. But that's what your bottle caps are for. Your bottle caps are for selling and buying, and selling and buying.
That place is nothing but trouble.
All right.
Hey,
I'm sure I have something you need.
So let's talk to this girl.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Let me know what you'd like.
And so let's see if she's reset. No, she's still at 0. And again, we could go in and just buy out everything she's got. Except for the shipments. Now, I could buy the shipments if I really wanted to, but they are kind of a waste at this point. So again, buy all this out. Thank you so much for the host, Deathcat. Thanks for getting me one step closer to that sub button. I do appreciate everybody does host the stream. Grilled Ragtag, spare ammo for caps on survival was my key to surviving the wasteland. Lone Wanderer 2. There you go, the Only Fam. That is a great tactic. There's a lot of different ways to play the new survival mode. I've played over 1,600 hours here in Fallout 4. I played since day one. And really enjoyed it. I love to play different ways, though. I don't play the same way every time. If I had my Overseer's Guardian right now, I win. Right? I've mastered settlements, and I've also mastered the ability to use the Overseer's Guardian to annihilate pretty much anything. Because the way I set up my Overseer's Guardian, I can snipe people for 180 damage from really far away. So I just aim for their head and they're dead. Just like that. Thank you so much, Assassin. I know that's you, buddy. I know that's you, because it comes up anonymous for some reason. Thanks, Assassin, for that host. You have a great night. Appreciate you hanging out. Don't you get bored after being so powerful? Absolutely not, because I'm playing in melee mode, which doesn't matter, and I'm also playing in the new survival. Giggy Pop, thanks so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, becoming part of the Kismet Army. Show Giggy Pop some love in the chat. Because what I do is I'm playing it very hard. I'm playing on the new survival mode, right? And I'm playing in melee mode. So it's one of the hardest ways to play the game. I don't care what you got. I don't care if you got the best power armor, you got the best stuff. Most stuff's going to two-shot you, even if you got the best stuff. You'll see. You'll see. You still got to use strategy no matter what. But it is very nice to kind of have that cash so you can buy stuff and you can protect yourself at least somewhat along the way. And we're going to have fun along the way. So I'm just showing you a bit on how I do that. Now, I'm not going to build up every single settlement here and do all of that here at the top. I will kind of balance back and forth. I will build up the settlements, and then I will go and I'll play for a while, the questing and whatnot, and then I'll come back and work settlements and go back and forth. So you don't just do one thing the whole time, which can burn you out on the game or burn you out on any game if you do that too much. All right, so let's go ahead and give her some purified water. The 758 is what we owe. Let's go ahead and get all those resources. 756, close enough. And now let's go ahead and talk to Piper.
Heads up.
Get that purified water back.
Say the word.
And let's wait for our clinic lady to end up here. Where's she at? Where are you at? Oh, she didn't happen. See when I roll over it? It's red up there. Requires a person. But that person did not click in. Get this guy. Get up here. Okay. Now, it might be my stairwell. Let's go ahead and fix my stairwell while I'm at it, because that's going to drive me crazy. That's going to drive me crazy. So we're going to go in the concrete one, which is my favorite one. I think he's stuck at the bottom there. There you go, buddy. Let's talk.
I can patch you up if you need it. For a small fee, of course.
Of course. Let's barter.
Actually, I need some supplies.
I suppose I could...
Okay, now this guy, look how much caps he has. The actual medical person has the most caps of just about anybody. Now I've got, of course, a massive amount of purified water. Again, 620. And again, don't need to cheat, don't need to shortcut, don't need to glitch. Just play it legit. It's fun. Now I do have all the DLC turned on, which is pretty fun. Boom, look, just got all of his caps. Just like that. I did go over a little bit, but that's okay. Because if I walk back over here, meanwhile, while I've been busy walking around the wasteland, what's been going on is this has been resetting. I got 459 more purified water. That's on top of the purified water that I have on me right now. Because over here on the side, it's producing. So while you're off gallivanting around, your peeps are doing the great thing, and that is running all these water purifiers and taking that purified water and putting them in there automatically. You don't have to assign them or nothing. It'll just basically take that purified water and put it in there. And every time you come through here, you have a ton of purified water in there. I'm also going to show you how to build a sorter that will auto-sort your workbench. That's right. It'll pull that purified water out, sort it into a separate container, along with your other stuff as well. Maybe some stuff you want to sell. Maybe some stuff like bottles and things that you want to do. And as well. Anything that you want to sort, I will show you how to do that. I call it the Kismet Mega Sorter. Let's go ahead and use that stem pack and be good. And let's keep going. Oh, my girl is back. Trash Can Carla. Now, again, do you notice, see how it's snowballing here? I've got one vendor that I created. Then I sold a bunch of stuff. Then I went over to the other thing. I come back. I made second vendor.
Yeah?
Now, I'm going to get Trash Can Carla here.
Carla.
You again. Here to trade?
Let's trade.
I'll take a look, sure.
Yeah, keep your shirt on.
And she hasn't reset yet. She still has 2. When she resets, then I can go ahead and buy more stuff from her, make even more purified water, etc., when she shows up. And I'm going to go ahead and run in here and save, so we don't have to do all of that again. There we go. There we go. Never get bored of this game. I get that question quite often. Never do. I love how tactical and strategic he is. Well, thank you, Giggy Pop. Yes, I'm not one of those people that try to save all my stuff for me and say, oh, that's my tactic. I don't want to give that to nobody. I'm not that kind of person. I don't mind sharing it with you, all the things I discover along the way, because I think it just makes it more fun. I also get the question all the time, Kismet, can you make a guide or something with all of these tips and whatnot? You actually can see a whole entire series on how to become an awesome settlement overseer like me. You can go ahead and check that out on my YouTube channel. Go ahead and throw that in the chat here if I remember what the command is. Or actually, I have my mods do it. They'll throw it in the chat on how to be an awesome settlement overseer. Has a whole bunch of overview on how to get started, how to build your settlements, and how to make tons and tons of cash. Just doing what I'm doing, right? Just use the purified water to buy caps and buy resources, then make more purified water, etc., etc. So we bought a bunch of resources as well. So let's go ahead and see if we can put even more purified water down while we're at it, being overburdened. 8 more. 8 more, and just what we just did. You guys just saw what I did, right? 8 more is what we can do. Just in what we did right there. Now, I got to watch out that I don't die, because I am low health, from that. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to actually make myself something to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to go ahead and put this cooking stove down here somewhere. Right here. And I'm going to go to the cooking stove, and I'm going to put my purified water back in there so I don't die while I'm in the middle of doing this. Like so. Whatever really heavy stuff I have on me. There we go. Now I put all my resources in there, and I put that purified water in there so that I don't die while I'm doing it. Bratwurst, thank you so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, becoming part of the Kismet Army. Show them some love, everybody. Show them some love in the chat. You guys are awesome. I appreciate all that follow button love today, using that Dragon Hammer. Let's get in here. Let's make even more cash, because we on the money train today. I'm showing you how to make totally a crazy ton of money, whether you're on Xbox, whether you're on PS4, whether you're playing on PC like me. No mods, no cheats, no none of that. You don't even need the DLC, by the way. You don't need the DLC. You can do this on the vanilla version of Fallout 4. Maybe you just got it, and you're like, Kismet, how do you make so much cash? How are you making that cash money? Well, I do it through purified water. One of my favorite things to do. Now, again, one of my tips is to make it spin while you're moving it. Move it around to see if you can kind of sneak another one in there as good as you can. See, it turned green there at some point. So we know we can fit it in there somehow. Oh, there we go. Right there. And let's try to fit some more in here. Maybe this way. Again, try to work as many as you can, because the more you work in there, the more purified water you're going to make in the same space. Those fired up. And let's make some more. Again, don't forget to attach them, though. Sometimes I do that, and everyone laughs at me. I do forget to actually connect. I count how many I put down first, by the way. I count how many I'm putting down, so I know how many I have to attach to the rest of it. Because sometimes I do forget. Again, you'll see me spin it, because at some point I might click into a spot where I can drop that one. Doesn't look like I have any more space there. Sometimes you'll find that little tiny spot where you can sneak an extra one in. Doesn't look like it. Got to go over there. Okay, and let's go ahead and connect these together. This one to this one. Oh, that one doesn't reach. That one's already connected. This one's connected. This one is not connected. There we go. Fire up another one. Is this one connected? It looks like it is. Let's connect it this way anyway. Just what the heck. What the heck? Okay. Let's keep going. We're going to put them all down, by the way. We're going to put all the rest of all 4 of these down. Now, this part right here is kind of tough. It's kind of open area here. So we're going to go ahead and just work down here and work the edge again, like we were doing earlier. Notice we can't do anything there. Now, we can also go to the other side of the bridge here. We'll get to that later on. But again, I'm just going to try to keep working it. Actually, let's work this way first. This little shallow area. Up, up, there we go. We found a spot. Right there. Gotta keep working it. So you get it in there as much as you can. Again, the way I'm getting these resources is I went out, collected a bunch of resources. Then I went and used those resources to make water purifiers. I then took that purified water that I made from those water purifiers and then sold them to the vendors. I then bought more resources, brought those resources back, then I made more water purifiers. I then got that purified water, sold it to the vendors, bought more resources, brought those resources back. I've also adventured around a bit on the map and grabbed a whole bunch of resources, all of the resources from the entire settlement. Gonna get my map to come up. I went around and I went, of course, over to US Satellite Olivia. I've been to Ten Pines. I grabbed all the resources there. I've been to Concord, Museum of Freedom. We grabbed all the resources out of there. We've run around to various other places, ArcJet over here, the disposal. And we got all of the resources, not just some of it. I mean, every last scrap down to every cigarette butt and every cap that we could find in the entire place. We got everything. And that's why I have so much resources very early on, because I got all of it and I lugged it back to Sanctuary. I lugged it back to one of my settlements, which is all connected, because I have the local leader perk, which allows me to connect all my settlements together, use my resources through all my settlements. And again, there we go. So we've got all of those down. Let's make sure that we did connect those. Those are connected together. We got all of those connected, and they are connected over to these, which then feeds back to our power. But they're not on, right? So they're not on because they don't have enough power to run them. So let's go ahead and run back up, make some more power up here at the top. Now again, eventually I will come back. It's very loud up here. Eventually I will come back and, of course, build this out a little bit better. But for right now, we will just build it out just for an example. Very loud. Now this is one of the annoying things about this game, is these things are really, really loud. Now, eventually, of course, once I get my science up, I will use the much better one. There's one that does 100 each one, as well as you get into the unlock the vault-tec one, and there's one that does a lot more. I don't want to spoil that for you, but there's one that does a lot more as well. We'll get to that eventually. We got plenty of time. Now, one of the problems here is my generator. I do not have enough screws or copper because I just used it all in all of that other stuff. So now, to bring it up even more, I'm producing 649 now. I'm going to need some more of that. So let's run back. Let's get some more of that.
I've never lost anyone before. This failure is new.
Ada, you're constantly telling me that.
Hope you
You're
ain't
constantly telling me that. Now let's go ahead and save, because we did a bunch of stuff. And let's just go ahead and forward it till the morning time. Again. Do that. Hey everyone, I'm back! The Polish Irishman is back. Welcome, welcome. The Posh Irishman is back. Sorry. Thanks for hanging out in the stream. Jet, Mentats, Psycho are lighter to carry than water. They are. You can totally make a ton of... You are the water god. Thank you. Thank you. You can make a ton of money doing Jet, Mentats, and Psycho and all of that stuff. It makes me feel like a drug dealer, so I don't like to do it. Water is something that if I was actually there in the game, and this was me playing, right, in the game or being in the game, I would definitely do purified water, because that's what everybody needs. Everybody needs water in the wasteland, so that is like an awesome commodity. Ada, you're starting to irritate me, and I'm going to send you away in a second. All right, so let's go ahead and go in the workshop again. Let's go in here. Let's pull out that 530 water that I have now.
Looks like you're about ready to topple over.
No thing there. The Nomi the Kid! Nomi the Kid! I like that name. Thank you so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, and becoming part of the Kismet Army. Show them some love in the chat, everybody. All right. We're going to go ahead and talk to this settler. Let's hope they reset.
Hope you ain't here for me.
Bye.
Looking to buy?
We'll see
Let's see what you got.
Here's what I've got.
Okay, they have not reset yet. So let's run back down. Now, here's another trick. We can go ahead and do yet another, what I call quick bench. And just simply put a crafting station. Now, I use these little stoves because they use very little resources. And you just put them down right here. And then you can also put your stuff back in the workbench. Another thing you can do is to use a container. Now, a container is actually the better way to go, because the container is, they're not going to drink the stuff out of the container. They're not going to usually take it out of there, though they did change it in the past where they actually will pull stuff out of containers now. But they didn't used to pull stuff out of containers. So what I'm going to do is put a little cooler. Oh, where'd my cooler go? Went past it. Where's my cooler? So I put a little cooler over here. Right over here on this side. Actually, let's put it on this side. So I put a little cooler here, and I'm going to go ahead and put that purified water in there so that when these guys reset, I'll have it right there, and I don't have to walk anywhere. It'll be right there, right? I don't have to walk anywhere with it. I can put it right there. Look at that guy up on the roof, or that lady up on the roof. Get down from there. Go do your job, you slacker. Go do your job. There you go. So there we go. See if any more questions in the chat. Welcome back, Posh Irishman. I never thought just making water purifiers would be so effective. Yes, it's incredibly effective. Barshwar says, I'm brand new here, and I love how you describe what you're doing when you're doing it. These are awesome tips, man. Thank you, thank you. Imagine if you added a feature that would drain the river if there was too many purifiers. I know, Abstract Graining. I hope they don't add that, because I will drain all the water in the entire wasteland at some point, because I make a lot of water purifiers. Now, again, I think of the settlements like I'm running, you know, a place that's going to generate cash. And again, there's 3 levels. So there's the base build, which is what I start with, right? Sleeping bags, minimum amount of stuff, minimum amount of water, minimum amount of food that they're producing. And that's how I start, because you have very limited amount of resources. Then I go around to various places and I collect all those resources. I bring them back. I put a whole bunch of people on scavenging here, so they're collecting resources. I go out, I do some battles. I level myself up a bit while I'm building up my settlements along the way, while I'm producing a lot of vegetable soup, which I use for both food and water. One of the easiest things to build in the very beginning, easiest ways to do food and water, especially in the new survival mode. I use my companions as my tanks, so I send my companions out first to take the damage of whatever's attacking, and then I come up there and I cut their heads off, which is fun if you're playing in melee. Of course, you got to really learn how to block. Blocking is very, very important in melee. I'm not the greatest in melee. I typically use the Overseer's Guardian. That's usually my favorite weapon. But as you can see, what I'm doing here is I'm building momentum until eventually I do what's known as a super build, which is what I'm building right now, which is basically making money. Each settlement will make its own income, except for Boston Airport, which is the most useless settlement in the wasteland. And all my settlements will start to generate an income to a point in which I will make 100,000 bottle caps every few days in game. Every few days. That's 8,000 water, by the way. That's 8,000 water to be produced. I could actually produce more than that if I really wanted to. But at that point, you are crazy rich. But you still got to go and do the quest, and you still might die because I'm in the new survival mode, which is about 10 to 100 times harder than any other mode. Look how cool it looks in the fog. There's something cool about the fog here at Sanctuary. I don't know. Super cool. Super cool stuff. Now, again, you'll notice that always I am kind of on the verge of no caps because I use my caps up as quick as I can. I don't walk around with 10,000 caps. I think that's a waste. You should be using it for something. Making another trade center, buying more resources, whatever it is, because it snowballs. It snowballs along. But you guys get the general idea of that, and we're going to continue that next time, because that's it for tonight. I'm sorry I've run out. I mean, it goes by like this, doesn't it? It goes by so quickly. It goes by so quickly. But we did have Piper fall in love with us today. We did do a whole bunch of resource stuff. We've got Sanctuary now producing a massive amount. We've got Tavern and Boathouse producing about 900 over there. I can't remember what it was the last time we looked. Let's look. I think it's not going to tell us really, actually, from here. But Tavern and Boathouse has a ton. Actually, let's look in the workshop. Tavern and Boathouse is producing one. It says 738. I think that was about right. So 738 purified water at there, and here at Sanctuary, we're producing about 649. We'll actually produce over 1,000 purified water here at Sanctuary when we're done. And those are pretty much the two that I'm going to build up at the beginning, and then I'm going to start opening up the rest of the settlements as well along the way. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to say thanks to some peeps. Let me go out here, and I think it's raining. Yeah. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can watch it in 1080 HD, and look at this texture here. I got the HD textures running. I'm running in ultra mode. Beautiful. Beautiful. They did an amazing job on those HD textures. Very, very cool. So let's go stand in the rain. I actually like it when it's raining because his outfit looks totally wet. It's just so good. So good, those high-res textures. All right, so we're going to go ahead and leave it like that, and we're going to say thanks to some peeps, and then we're going to go raid somebody. We're going to raid somebody who's going to be awesome, going to be shocked that we're going to come and show them. Thank you, AC Man, for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button. Thanks to everybody hanging on the stream. I will be back in just 1 minute how do we say thanks to some awesome peeps?
Hail to the king, baby.
Big thanks to my Giga supporters, Dark Angel and Tellus, for that amazing stream support. Everyone, make sure to show them the ultimate Kismet love in the chat every time you see him. Thanks again. Legendary. Now, thanks to my legendary supporters, Kidney Killer 71, Misfit Jim, Resident Spike, JS Cags, Mace, Noah, Grandpa Plays, Coda, Steel Pie, Kern Jez, Action 2.0, Wink, Supersize My Peanuts, Ang, Big JP, That's Mr. Non to You, Fast Out Crazy, and Ameridave. Thanks to my legendary supporters and all my other supporters, you are the ones that keep this stream a-going. Best way to support the stream is to crush that follow button with the Dragon Hammer, hit that donate button, or you can subscribe via GameWist or Patreon and show that support. You can even earn yourself some Kiz Caps each week by following on Twitter at Kismet, B like Bravo, P like Papa, Kismet BP, and subscribing on YouTube. Get those extra Kiz Caps toward our giveaways and our contests. Or just be an awesome lurker, retweet, share the channel with people you think would like it, and that goes a long way to helping the channel.
Unstoppable.
Now, I've got to say thanks to the best mods on Twitch. Of course, we got Ameridave, Sister Wolf, Chewy Baka, Nushki, Crazy, as well as Dark Angel. Thank you so much for that always awesome stream support. I stream on Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, Sunday from 10 p.m. Eastern Time, that's 7 p.m. Pacific, to 2 a.m. Eastern Time, and sometimes we go a little longer. Sometimes we have bonus streams as well, so make sure to be watching my Twitter as well as the info section here on Twitch for those bonus streams and other awesome events that are coming up. Thanks to everybody for hanging out in the stream, but we're not done yet. It's that time, one of my favorite times, to get on the Kismet love train and go and raid somebody else. So come on with me. Let's go make their night. Let's make them smile. Let's send that Kismet love train out along Twitch and just make it a better place. Thanks to you guys. Let's go.
Hello, my name is Saltbot.
That's right, there's Saltbot there. Thanks everybody for hanging out on the stream. Now we're going to make somebody's night tonight. Thanks to everybody who's been hanging out. But there's somebody out there we got to show some love to. And we're going to do that in just a second. Now I did see somebody in the chat. I am one of those people that if you come into my stream and just say, I just joined Van Dishi, I'm going to spend an extra minute hanging out with you, bro. I'm going to hang out with you. If you got a question for me, I'll spend an extra minute. Because I know that sucks to come into the stream and then the person's going out like that. So I'm going to take an extra minute just for you. And you know what? I'm going to give you an extra 250 Kiz Caps. Go ahead and give them some love, my mods. Go ahead and give Van Dishi some love for hanging out here at the end of the stream. Don't worry, I will be back next time. Ninja Crip says, mods or no mods? I am not using any mods. I do not use third-party mods. I have nothing against third-party mods. The reason why I don't use them is so I can do my achievements along the way, and I take my time on my achievements. Draglax, thank you so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, becoming part of the Kismet Army as well. Thank you for hanging out. We're going to go show somebody some love. Somebody that I really like, by the way. Incredible voice. He's rated our channel before. We've rated his channel before, but not in a while. We're going to go show him some love tonight. So we're going to go over there in just a second, but I want to see if you guys are ready. If you're ready to get on the Kismet love train, what we do is we go ahead and send that love out on Twitch. We ask everybody to get on that Kismet love train and pay it forward to somebody else tonight. It's one of my favorite things to do. And if we make them smile, then we did our job, all right? So right there in the chat, you can see Chewy Bacchus put it in there. That's right, the Kismet Raid, sharing the love. Go ahead and highlight that, copy that, or type it out, or double tap on it if you're on mobile, whatever you got to do to get that ready and prepped. So we're going to see if you guys can do it. I want to see you guys here blow up my chat and get ready for the love train here. Let me go ahead and fire it up. Fire up that love train. Let's do it. Let's get it going. Got to press some buttons. Do it. Let's fire it up. Let me see that love train, everybody. Blow it up. I see Pambalina. Hello, Pambalina. All right, come on, everybody. Throw that love train in there. Oh, Van Duchy got those 250 Kiz Caps. There we go. Showing that love. Legendary. Exactly. Everybody get on that love train. Let's do it. Throw your favorite emotes in the chat. Throw that Kismet Raid. Let me see if you guys are ready to go. Oh, I see Claptrap in there. I see Dark Angel ready to go. Lord Winter's ready to get that Kismet raid on. I see Tony in there. Deathclaw showing that love. He's ready to go. All right. I think you guys are ready. Hold on. I think you guys are ready to show some love. He's pretty amazing. That's right. We're going to check out this guy right here. Boom! That's right. Warwitch, who has just changed to his desktop. That's the second I changed. That's funny. That's right. Warwitch TV. Incredibly great streamer, by the way. If you've not discovered him, I don't know what happened. But he has rated the channel before. We've rated his channel, but I think it's time to get him again. I think it's time to show that love trend. Now, wait for me. We're going to go over there. We're going to show him the love. And my mods are going to go ahead and throw a shout out in the chat so you guys can follow that link. And we're going to show him some love. Let's wait till he gets off the desktop first. Come on, Warwitch, get off the desktop, bro. Get off the desktop. Get off the desktop. He's on the desktop. There he is. Okay, he's back. Oh, where's my stuff going? Up, it did something funky. Stop that. Stop that funky stuff. Play that music, that funky music, white boy. There we go. All right, let's get him back up here. What is it doing? It's possessed. It's possessed. Stop that. Stop that, Twitch. Quit changing the size of my stuff. Quit changing the size of my stuff. I swear, if I could go one stream without technical problems, it would be amazing. All right, let's go ahead and show him some love, everybody. In 3, 2, 1. Go get him, everybody! Go get him! Let's listen in!
They're shy. They're so shy, everybody. Get jiggy with it.
Blow it up, everybody! Go get him!
Get jiggy with it. Get jiggy with it.
He's getting jiggy with it!
Oh my God, Kismet and channel. Good timing for a Kismet raid. What's up? WWTV Cat's Magic Missile. Caught us at a weird moment. Kismet, let's be honest, this is not the strangest thing you've ever caught me doing, man. We're playing Mass Effect 3 tonight. And if you're new on channel, do me a favor, smash that follow button. My name is Warwitch. I'm a variety streamer. We're chilling out, having a little celebration, but here's the game. Love Kismet. This guy is fun. And ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow Kismet, Empire 5. Head back and show him some love. It's the man, the machine, the ring of destiny. Hanging out.
All right. There we go.
And that might be the strangest raid response I've ever done in my life.
All right, everybody.
Thank you. Thanks for the raid. Let's see. Sister Wolf and channel. Lord Winter is here. Kismet, been a while since I've seen you.
That's right, it has been. All right, now I'm going to throw the host on him. He's an amazing streamer. He's got the voice. Ask him how you get the ultimate power over there. So I'm going to go ahead and throw him a host right now. Let's see what he says to that. Let's blow it up with the awesome host. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out in the stream. Let me get that going over here. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out in the stream. I do appreciate it. And I will see you guys again tonight, Sunday night. Thank you also, Jinjitsu, for that follow. Appreciate it. I will see you guys tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for even more Fallout 4. That's all we're going to play tonight. We're going to play it all night long. Look at all these awesome Mega Brownie also showing us the love. Let's throw the host, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.